So when an INTP and an ESTJ enter a room, it's like watching a philosopher walk into a board meeting. One wants to question the meaning of time, the other wants to know why the report wasn't filled on time. Individually, they're a contrast of extremes. The INTP, a quiet, curious mind wandering through existential forests, and the ESTJ is a no-nonsense, high-functioning machine with a clipboard and a mission. Together, it's like if Socrates married a drill sergeant. Confusing, entertaining, and somehow effective? Welcome everyone to another Live Protocol video. If any of my videos ever resonated with you or made you think differently, then this book will drastically change your perspective. I'm offering free access to it through Google Drive. The link is in the description, or if you prefer to receive it directly, you can always email me. And if the book resonates with you and you'd like to support its message, you can grab a copy on Amazon and help spread the word. It's entirely up to you. Now back to the video. The ESTJ brings structure to the INTP's spaghetti brain thought process, and the INTP brings perspective to the ESTJ's tunnel vision. Sure, one has 10 tabs open in their brain and the other wants those tabs closed, categorized, and color-coded. But when these two sync up, they become a powerhouse of competence and creativity. So INTPs live in the abstract. They're explorers of thought, while always asking why and never settling for because that's how it is. Meanwhile, ESTJs are firmly grounded in reality. They want things done efficiently, and preferably yesterday. So this dynamic leads to fascinating friction. So the INTP wants to analyze the deeper implications of a problem. The ESTJ wants to fix it and get on with lunch.
You've been thinking about this for 3 days. Just make a decision.
But we haven't even considered the fourth hypothetical scenario yet.
What scenario? We're picking a pizza topping.
And that decision impacts everything.
ESTJs are masters of structure. They make checklists for their checklists. They have backup plans for their backup plans. They iron their socks. Probably, INTPs don't even know where their socks are. They thrive in mental chaos, not physical order. Their room looks like a post-apocalyptic experiment, but their brain is quietly reverse engineering the universe. To an ESTJ, this is madness. To an INTP, that's just Tuesday.
How do you live like this?
With minimal resistance and occasional bursts of brilliance.
I'm scheduling a cleaning day.
Fascist!
Here's the thing, both types are smart, but in completely different ways. The ESTJ is practical intelligence. They make things happen, run the show, and bring results. The ENTP is more of a theoretical intelligence. They build conceptual frameworks that nobody asked for, but somehow end up being the basis for groundbreaking innovation. Together, the INTP dreams it, and the ESTJ builds it, but only after they argue about how the INTP's dream has zero real-world viability.
What if we created a micro self-sustaining civilization on Mars?
How about we clean the garage first?
Same thing, really.
You need therapy.
Communication between these two can be interesting. So the ESTJ speaks in bullet points, clear, direct, efficient. The INTP speaks in metaphors, tangents, and theories with no conclusion. This often results in the ESTJ tapping their foot, while the INTP takes 14 minutes to explain why they forgot to take out the trash again. But once they learn each other's languages, oh man, it can be powerful. The ESTJ teaches the INTP to translate ideas into actions. The INTP teaches the ESTJ to slow down and see why things work, not just how. At their core, both types care deeply about logic, competence, and improvement, but they just express it differently. The ESTJ needs control, reliability, and results. The INTP needs freedom, exploration, and intellectual honesty. When the ESTJ stops trying to micromanage the INTP's inner chaos, and the INTP stops treating every schedule like a personal attack, they begin to truly complement each other. The INTP becomes more grounded, and the ESTJ becomes more open-minded. And somewhere in the middle, they meet in mutual admiration and a begrudging kind of love, hopefully. Once the initial friction is worked through, and there will be friction, this pairing finds its groove. The INTP starts using calendars, probably, and the ESTJ starts tolerating ambiguity, barely, and both start to realize that there's more than one way to be brilliant. Together they make a surprisingly balanced team. dreamer and doer, theorist and implementer, and philosopher and commander. Sure, the INTP will still forget appointments and the ESTJ will still correct them mid-sentence, but over time they learn to admire what the other brings to the table, even if it takes some sarcastic banter and deeply passive-aggressive post-it notes to get there, because ultimately the INTP helps the ESTJ expand their mind and the ESTJ helps the INTP apply theirs. So, and if they stick it out, they become the ultimate brain power couple: chaos, structure, and a whole lot of stubborn love. But here's the real message. So despite what movies, zodiac signs, or even personality tests might suggest, compatibility isn't some magical force written in the stars. Two people aren't automatically meant for each other just because their traits seem to line up on paper. Yes, natural chemistry can spark a strong connection. It can give you a great starting point, but that alone doesn't keep the relationship alive. Chemistry is just the beginning, not the whole story. The truth is that no pair of people is perfectly suited for each other right out of the box. Even the most ideal couples will face disagreements, emotional distance, and moments of friction. That's not a red flag, it's just part of being human. And in the face of that, there's one universal truth that applies to every kind of relationship: both people have to put in the work. A relationship simply can't survive if only one person is trying, right? It takes two people and they're willing to grow, listen, compromise, and adapt, especially when it's uncomfortable. Love isn't just a spark, it's a commitment. It's a conscious choice to keep showing up, to keep communicating, and to invest in each other every single day. So like I always say, understanding breeds acceptance. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.